All right, well, welcome everyone. Happy Wednesday. I'm so excited that you're here today. And I want to thank you, first off, for taking the time to being open to learning about this unconventional healing modality, something that is truly revolutionary in the field of regenerative science, regenerative medicine, and age reversal. I absolutely love sharing about this phototherapy light patch that I was introduced to about 6 months ago now, because I have seen with my own eyes what this has done for me and the people in my life. So I am Beth Blackmore. I'm a health and empowerment coach. I started my own health journey about 5 years ago, changing my food choices, my lifestyle habits. I lost 60 pounds in the process. And this was really the beginning of my conscious awakening. I ended up leaving my government career due to the unjust mandates to pursue my passion in helping others find their own inner power and take control of their health. So I am passionate about learning, unlearning, relearning. I'm always open to new information and embracing change. So when I was approached about this X39 light patch, you can see it here on my wrist. I was blown away. I mean, first off, I was skeptical. I will say I was skeptical. I wanted to know more, but I was blown away with the technology, with the company, the inventor behind it all. And so I put my first order in, and I did what any good daughter would do. I patched my mom. My mom, who is 77 years old, she had knee pain for years, and she noticed a significant relief in just a few days. Her physiotherapist that she saw noticed increased mobility, less inflammation, and asked what she was taking, what she was doing differently. But the only thing that had changed with this was this light patch that her daughter put on her. So not only did she have knee pain that had improved, she also started experiencing deeper sleep, more energy and stamina, and she was able to return to her favorite activities like walking and gardening and swimming. For me, the benefits have been life-changing as well. I'm finally sleeping through the night, having vivid dreams, which is unheard of for me. I also noticed that this lower back pain, this compression issue that I had dealt with for years, had eased up within a week of patching. My energy, my mental clarity have all improved, which is helping me to keep up with everything on my plate. I feel calmer, less anxious. But honestly, what fires me up is that I know that the best is yet to come. I know that my body is healing and repairing and age reversing, as you will soon discover. And I'm excited about the big, thick mane of hair that's to come after some significant hair loss over the last few years. So I am going to dive into this presentation now. I'm going to share my screen and would love if you could let me know once you see it up on screen. You can just give me a thumbs up. Here we go. Okay. I can't see you guys, so I don't know if you're giving me a thumbs up. So I need to open up. Okay, awesome. I got a thumbs up. Perfect. Thanks, guys. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Are you ready to learn how to activate your body's own healing with the power of the patch? This isn't just any patch. What makes this modality, this patch, so unique is that it supports your body's own natural healing abilities by using your own light. So I do want to say at the outset that this product is not meant to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. This is not a medical device that requires FDA approval. This patch is actually FDA recognized as a general wellness product. And so everything that I will present tonight, everything that we'll be discussing tonight will focus on general wellness. So addressing symptoms and experiences rather than specific diseases. All right, so let's talk about those symptoms that you might be experiencing. Are you feeling older and frustrated that your body, your mind aren't functioning like they used to? Does it feel like you've hit a wall and it's all downhill from here? Maybe you have low energy and inflammation and mobility issues that are stopping you from living your best life. Well, I'd like you to imagine for a second, if you could feel more energized, if you could do all that you need to do, all that you want to do in life, imagine if you could think clearly, stay focused, and were more productive. Imagine if not only you could be more active, but level up your physical game, build lean, strong muscles and bones. How about being in a more calm, relaxed state, better sleep, where you wake up in the same position that you fell asleep in? And on top of all that, Who wouldn't want to age gracefully, regrow your hair, your natural hair color, have smoother, more youthful skin, maybe no longer needing your reading glasses? Imagine if you could reverse the aging process. Well, did you know this stat that by the age of 30, 60% of our stem cells have already gone dormant? By 60, they decrease by 90%. So unfortunately, as we age, our stem cells mutate, they go dormant. And this is what causes the wrinkles, the gray hair, the body aches, and the overall deterioration of health. Not only the natural aging process, right, contributing to the slower healing process and our health decline, but unfortunately, our modern lifestyles contribute to our ill health with the constant exposures to toxins. So think of the chemicals in the food, in the air, in the water, and even the man-made synthetic radiation that's beaming off me right now from this technology. So over time, all of this leads to cellular dysfunction, making it harder for our bodies to repair and regenerate. So saying all this, stem cells are the body's healing and repair system, replacing old damaged cells. I really had no idea, 6 months ago what stem cells were. But what they are the baby cells. They actually replace the old dying cells. They become your heart cells, your lung cells, your brain cells. And who doesn't need more brain cells these days? And sure, there's stem cell therapy, which is risky, invasive, expensive, and it's actually only 50% effective. So this is where stem cell regeneration becomes exciting and why the phototherapy patch is such a powerful option. So activating healing with light or phototherapy is nothing new. It's been around since the dawn of time. We all know that the sun is a form of phototherapy, signaling our bodies to make vitamin D. But photobiomodulation, say that 10 times fast, that's a type of light therapy that uses specific wavelengths of light to stimulate cells that boost energy production, promotes healing. It enhances how well our cells function. It reduces inflammation, improves blood flow, and helps with tissue repair. Best of all, this is non-invasive. It's accessible, affordable, and risk-free. So now what if I told you there was a product, one that uses this technology of photobiomodulation to basically use your own body's heat, which is a type of infrared light, right? It's a type of heat to increase a naturally occurring copper peptide. Well, that's exactly what this X39 patch does. So using our body's own infrared light, it stimulates the production of our own GHKCU peptide. And this is known as the holy grail of age reversal. So it's not synthetic peptides, they are your own. So this X39 patch, which happens to be inventor David Schmidt's 39th invention, it bumps up the production of GHKCU, which is naturally occurring, it's universal, that goes to work all over the body. Thanks to Lauren Picard, he's a PhD, he's a researcher. We now know the incredible benefits of this copper peptide. He isolated it back in 1973. And so there's 50 years of research to back it up. And you can actually find all kinds of studies on pubmed.gov, which is this online repository of scientific research. So some of the incredible benefits of GHKCU that we know, it stimulates blood vessel and nerve outgrowth. So think regeneration. It boosts collagen and elastin. It also has multiple anti-inflammatory, anti-anxiety, anti-pain, and even anti-cancer properties. It's capable of resetting over 4,000 genes in our genome, essentially resetting and repairing your DNA to a younger, healthier state. But here is the clincher. GHKCU activates dormant stem cells. So how does this little patch increase GHKCU? Well, now that you understand the power of the peptide, let me introduce you to the power of this patch. So LifeWave X39 is a small wearable phototherapy patch about the size of a quarter. You can see it here on my wrist. Developed by David Schmidt, the founder of LifeWave. This is a patented product. Uses the process of photobiomodulation using your body's own infrared heat to activate. And so it activates this crystallized lattice. And this crystallized lattice structure in the patch is made up of all natural organic materials. So think of amino acids, sugars, water, oxygen, and salt. It acts like a mirror. So it reflects specific light frequencies back into the body, signaling biological changes at the cellular level. The patches are latex free. They're non-transdermal, so they contain no drugs, chemicals, stimulants. So they're safe to use without interfering with any medication. So there's no contraindications because nothing is being absorbed into your body, into your skin. So let's dive into the incredible benefits. So first off, it reduces inflammation and pain. And why this is so important is because we know that a fundamental common thread in all chronic diseases is inflammation. It improves strength, stamina, energy levels, and it actually does this by specifically targeting the mitochondria to help make more energy in our cells. It improves muscle and bone density. So think, strengthening and building lean, strong muscles and bones, great for athletes who want to level up. And I'll touch on that in a little bit. It helps with mental clarity, reduces stress. I've noticed this in myself with less brain fog and not forgetting things, with 100 things on the go. It balances hormones and eases anxiety. Many of my friends have reported this sense of calm and like a weight has been lifted off their shoulders. It improves hair growth and skin appearance with increased collagen and elastin. And so it's increasing your own production, right, of this collagen and elastin. Balding men and women are reporting new hair growth and returning back to their natural hair color. It helps with wound healing and scars. And so surgeons are actually using it in their patients pre and post surgery for faster healing. It improves sleep quality. So people are reporting sleeping through the night, deeper sleep, vivid dreams. This has been a huge benefit for me. Okay, and it is important to note that after 4 to 6 months, it increases stem cell proliferation rate by 2,100% systemically, so all over the body, head to toe. So that is some profound stem cell regeneration going on. Okay, now check out the long-term results. So within the first few days, it actually starts to reset over 4,000 genes in your body. Whether you feel this or not, it is starting to take place. And that is not insignificant. We only have around 20,000 genes in our genome. So resetting 4,000 is a big deal. We've heard of the benefits of red wine and that molecule it contains called resveratrol. Well, the big deal they make about resveratrol is that it helps to reset 2 genes. So we're talking about 4,000 genes with this patch. Then within 6 weeks, the brain becomes more balanced, more mental clarity, less brain fog, more focus, better memory, less anxiety and depression. This is huge, right? With so many people suffering from mental health issues. Within 3 months, collagen increases. Most people think of collagen as having to do with aesthetics, right? Your skin, your hair, but collagen is actually the most abundant protein in the body. It's considered the master protein, and it's needed throughout our vascular system, our blood vessels, all our fascia, which supports our organs. So it's extremely important to have an abundance of collagen. Within 6 months, the heart actually reverses in age by 8 years. Lots of amazing testimonials about heart health and people coming off their meds, no longer requiring surgery. And so, as David Schmidt is quoted here, it is not anti-aging, it's actually age reversal. So it is super simple to wear this patch. Again, it's about the size of a quarter. It's adhesive, so with this medical grade tape, so you stick it anywhere on the body, on the skin, and it's activated by your heat. So you can even actually put it in your pocket or stick it to your undergarments and it will be effective. And that's why you want to be careful with transporting it. You don't want to have it in your pocket or close to you because it will activate with the heat from your body. I typically wear it behind my neck or on my wrist if I'm wanting to show it off. You wear it for 12 hours, you take it off, it's disposable. And then, there's a little bit of life left in it. So you can actually put it on your pet. You can wrap it around your dog's collar and they get the benefit of the rest of the patch. You put a new one on the next day. So you might want to make sure that there's a break, like a 12-hour break in between when you wear it and then 12 hours to 12-hour break. And this is, otherwise the body, it's called attenuation and your body gets used to that. So we want to make sure that there's that 12-hour break. It's important that while you're wearing the patch to keep hydrated. So, think of a good quality filtered water, but also electrolytes. So good quality sea salt, not the refined salt, because the good quality sea salt has all of those trace minerals and electrolytes already in it. And those minerals help pull the water into the cells and actually hydrate inside the cells, which is how we keep hydrated. And lastly, because it's working through a copper peptide, it's important that we have copper in our body. And, most of us are actually deficient in copper, based on modern farming practices. So, great sources of copper that you want to get from food sources include organ meats, which is a superfood in general. Oysters and shellfish are excellent. Avocados, nuts and seeds, such as cashews, are very high in copper, and just a little bit of dark chocolate also gives you enough copper for the day. So what you can expect, so first off, you want to take note of your current state and specific issues. So even taking pictures, right, of your skin, your hair, your scars, your veins, write out your wish list, track your progress. We actually provide a health tracker to new users to track their progress along the way. It is important to remember that every body is different. Everyone has a different experience, a different toxic load, so you want to give it time. David Schmidt, the inventor, recommends committing to it for a month for every decade you are old. But they say that after 3 months, 90% of users experience a noticeable difference. So commit to consistent use and you will see results. And although we want these patches to, do specific things or treat specific things in our body, the body is extremely intelligent and it will heal and repair and do what it needs to do in sequence and priority. So sometimes your body will focus on areas you did not expect. So although you might want to try to fix your knee, you actually might start to feel less anxious and your mental health improves. This is exactly what happened to one of my friends. And then her knee pain went away. So patience is key. And if you are tired, that means it's working. Healing takes energy. It's important to get extra sleep because that is when repair and regeneration actually takes place. Practice deep breathing, allow the oxygen in, allow the circulation to happen. The other thing I just want to touch on here is you might actually feel a little unwell because you are stirring up a lot of these toxins. You just need to clear them out. And that's where the deep breathing comes in, keeping hydrated to keep those detox pathways open. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about some phenomenal testimonials here. So here are some physical examples that I can share with you. So you can see the two before and after images on the left, on the top left, with the hair growth that is really filled in. And then the hair pictures on the bottom, the middle, they show the gray hair actually reversing in color. You can see the difference in the root there. Lots of testimonials about natural hair color returning as well. And then on the right-hand side with the comparison shots with this astounding healing of scoliosis. So scoliosis is a curvature of the spine. As you can see, this woman was only wearing X39 and the other, which is an LifeWave patch, which is for pain, which is another patch that David Schmidt has come out with. And so this took place for her only in 4 weeks. I know someone personally that has had amazing testimonial with curvature of his spine that he was born with and he healed. Nikos, he's experienced a super powerful testimonial as well. So, and then here on the left is a skin condition called vitiligo. So this condition is where the skin becomes depigmented due to the lack of melanin, and it's often related to an autoimmune disease. However, as you can see, it virtually disappearing after this woman wore the X39 stem cell patch. On the right-hand side, remarkable difference in the before and after photos of this surgical wound. So healing after only 2 days on the patch. And as I said, surgeons are recommending these patches pre and post surgery. At least surgeons in the States that are promoting this. It's very new in Canada. Okay, now this is my friend Diane. She's actually my sponsor. She's the one that introduced me to the patch, and this is her incredible story. So after months of suffering from heart and lung issues, from being sick, she was open to trying something natural, something different with no side effects. And so within 24 hours of her being on the patch, she was no longer short of breath. Her heart palpitations went away. She was back exercising, doing intense HIIT training 2 weeks later. After a month, her dry eye and floaters went away. A year and a half later, so now she's had a year and a half into wearing these patches, she no longer needs her readers. Her eyebrows, her eyelashes have grown in, spider veins disappeared, gray hair gone. She introduced the patches to her 80-year-old father, And he was a huge skeptic. He's pictured there on the right with her. So this picture is actually of them, both after they played racquetball. And I think he beat her, what did he? Yeah, 3 out of 4 games of racquetball. This was just a couple of weeks ago. Whereas 3 years ago, there was no way he could have done that. He had sciatic pain, he had numbness in his leg, limited mobility and strength, and now that is all gone. It took him 4 months before he saw any results, but he was consistent with it and he continues to wear it. All right, so when we talk about brain health and coherence, so here is an image of a functional EEG, a brain scan of a 77-year-old woman. On the left-hand side, session 1, so before the use of the X39, the red in the image shows high inflammation of the brain, lack of brain coherence. After only 3 weeks, you can see session 2, where there's no more red, no more inflammation. The dark blue is actually a low energy state, but the green part is where you start to see some more coherence come in. So then at 6 weeks, that third session on the right, you can see that there's no inflammation. There's a lot of that green coming back in, which is indicative of higher brain coherence. And again, this is only after 6 weeks on the X39. So I love to show who is behind this company and this miraculous patch. The founder, the inventor behind it, David Schmidt. He's been an inventor his whole life. He is the CEO of this 20-year-old company. He started working with the US government. He was actually part of the Navy SEAL survival program, so where he was actually creating something that could keep the SEALs alert and mentally focused when they went on these longer missions, like 36-hour missions. And that's where his first patch was born. That was his first patent over 20 years ago. Then he found himself at Stanford University, putting those original patches, the energy patches, on the US Olympic swim team. And they ended up having tremendous success with it and set personal records. So that was over 20 years ago. But in 2008, David realized that the future of medicine was in stem cells. And that's when he began to figure out a way that he could leverage the natural stem cells that are inside the human body. So after 10 years of research, $4.5 million later, by 2020, he had received a 20-year patent on the X39. So this is the only phototherapy. He has many. He has about 12 phototherapy patches that have been around for 20 years. This X39 is the latest and greatest, and it's the only one that activates our dormant stem cells. So the company went from this steady state $20 million company to closing out. It will be closing out in 2024 over 600 million. So for those of you that like to do your own research, we always encourage people to do their own research. There is a 22-page patent, but this one paragraph says it all. Elevates copper peptide, activates stem cells, improvements in strength, stamina, pain relief. So this patent, just so you know, is on the structure. It's on the structure, the material in the patch, where the patch reflects specific light frequencies of light back into the body. There are clinical studies that show significant increase in the production of copper peptide, GHKCU. It's measured by blood samples, urine analysis, and other lab analysis. And so what you have to know is that this is a novel product. No one else has this. And in order to get a patent, you have to prove that it works. So you can check out actually all the patents, the studies, the testimonials. There's great videos at thisisitinfo.com. It's written down there on the far right corner there. So there are great websites with videos explaining the technology further, David Schmidt being interviewed, doctors being interviewed, really, really powerful testimonials on this site too, and you can navigate around there. So it's important to remember that the benefits of this company and this patch go far beyond the surface. So maybe that means returning to a job you had quit because of the pain you were in. Perhaps it's being able to not only return to an active lifestyle, but level up your physical game, adding more more muscle mass, setting new goals. Or maybe it's achieving financial freedom, as this company is the #1 momentum company in the industry of direct sales. So just by simply sharing with others, you can have your patches paid for, cover an extra bill, or live life abundantly. This is all possible with the power of the patch. So let me share with you how you can start. LifeWave has 3 ways to enroll. These prices are in US dollars and a month's worth of patches. So that's 30 patches. So first you can enroll as a retail customer where you simply place your order, you pay the retail price, no strings attached. Often we see practitioners use this in their practices. However, if you would like to benefit from the wholesale pricing, who wouldn't, right, of $99 US, you have two additional options. You can sign up as a preferred customer, commit to the auto ship, or as a brand partner. And as a brand partner, not only do you unlock wholesale pricing, but you also secure a spot in the compensation plan and then can leverage this incredible momentum that this company is experiencing by building a business without additional cost or commitment. So there is no additional investment to start your business other than buying your patches. And so what we often see is that people begin to experience success, right? They naturally share them and they end up building a business and sometimes even on a full-time basis. So signing up as a brand partner, there's no additional investment. As I said, there's never any pressure to share or build a business. And in fact, this is the most cost-effective way to get started with reversing your age. There are 3 enrollment kits available to choose from. And so the more you purchase upon signing up, the better the value. That way, you can also start sharing them with family, with friends in your life, loan them out to people as they wait for their order. It's always great to have extra sleeves on hand. And so following this initial enrollment purchase, your only commitment is 1 sleeve per month to remain active if you're interested in doing the business. And so that's really the only overhead in your LifeWave business, your own patches that you're using on yourself. And so our team, the This Is It team, is the fastest growing team in the company. So it's super exciting. There's no other company, as I said, that comes close to offering what this product does. And so not only does it address people's health goals, but also financial goals with a generous compensation plan. So I do encourage you to reach out to the person who invited you on this call. They will guide you through the ordering process and set you up with the best package and pricing available. So I would love to open it up for questions. But I do want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to being open to learning about this unconventional healing modality. So I'm going to stop the share, open it up for questions.